Yeah, motherfuckers lead me to smoke. All right, guys. Look, this is obviously my truth, and if you don't believe what I'm about to say, please use logic and reason to come at me. The ad hominems, I sure love the attention, don't get me wrong, but the idea what I'm about to share here about what is HEX, I really am hard-pressed to believe any other thing. And don't get me wrong, it's going to pump, and all the degenerates in cryptocurrency are going to be the ones to make crypto what it is. All the degenerate gambling, or whatever you fucking, all the idea that money comes out of fucking free shit. Dude, bottom line, what Richard HEX has done is extended an appendage of the Federal Reserve, because that's exactly what this is. Anybody who thinks that HEX is all this free Bitcoin people got is a crock of shit. It's fucking Richard HEX accumulating a bunch of fucking free Ethereum he's got now, or some magic AA fucking transfer. The Ethereum disappeared into the heavens. This is the technology that they're leading, the people that are the HEX fucking team, or the HEX pumpers, or the HEX fucking slaves, are going to lead you to believe. And I'm following the slaves, because it's all about participation. If the money's going to be there, I'm going to follow the participation, but I'm going to be honest about it. To me, this is my honesty about what HEX is. HEX is a theory. It's a fucking theory based on human emotions and their greed. That's all this is. And the way it's going to pump is based on that exclusively. There's no new technology in HEX. It's a guy who's accumulated way too much fucking ETH than any human on the planet would deserve. And he's going to use that like the Fed uses the free money tree that they get a print from. And he's going to do with that money, that huge sum, he's going to be a big whale. He's going to be like the Federal Reserve, and he's going to manipulate all the participants into buying it because of one thing and one thing only: price. And that's what you're all fucking chasing. That's what we're all fucking chasing with this fucking project. Has nothing to do with regulating any regulators, making the world a better place. It's about creating it's about a transfer of wealth, a new group of fucking rich people. That's it. The price is completely manipulated, just like the Fed manipulates the economies of the world, or central banks manipulate the economies of the world. They have free unlimited money. They decide who gets it, and it trickles down to fucking the very few, the very many who are going to be the victims at the end of the game. It's going to pump and dump, and people are going to fucking follow into this like a bunch of fucking slaves, just like the Fed has created. You know, the AA lobby and the way people are buying into how this thing operates is exactly what the Fed has done and central banks have done around the world. And we're all going to fucking, hopefully, those that are watching this now that are getting into HEX, hopefully will expose their wealth being created from degenerate gambling. Ultimately, I'm so convinced at every level, there's no facts that would lead me to believe that HEX is magically pumping up because of participants. It's pumping up because Richard is raising a price and people are chasing a price. That's it. It's human emotions. It has nothing to do with technology. And I really, really would appreciate as many downvotes as possible so that we can fucking really make a conclusive estimation of the fucking slave tards that believe in, I don't even know what to call it. I'll call it what Richard calls it's pumpamentals. It is mental. You're pumping your head with fucking nothing but fucking garbage that leads you into being a degenerate gambler. I gotta be honest, I had a better video. My buddy just got an operation, major operation, and it looks like things are going okay. I just got a phone call from the doctor, and that's what's on my mind right now. But, yeah, what is HEX? HEX is a small source. You don't have to call it Richard Hart. You can call it whatever you want. But there's a very, very limited source that has an enormous amount of Ethereum to pump into a token that is less than a half a penny right now. And at a half a penny, there's people that have fucking 80, they've increased their play up to 8 times as much as it was when they first started. Richard, the person with the AA lobby, they've come on, guys, let's be honest. This is a very small group of people looking to manipulate a large group of people so that small group can benefit. That's exclusively what HEX is. And it's a shame. This is how the world is going to operate probably through the rest of my life. Especially considering how fucking shit's going. This economic hick job with this pandemic. There are no laws, guys. There are no laws anymore. It's he who has the and it's not even the gold right now. Hopefully gold does come into the picture and things really get out of hand. That could be very fucking interesting. But I'll tell you right now, this is what HEX is ultimately in the long run. It's a quick fix. You're gonna get addicted. Just another fucking way to play in your mental pump. It's a pump of mentals. He knows you're all retards. And I'm going to join the retards. I've already doubled my money. I've taken half out, so I got nothing to lose. How about you? What do you got to lose?